What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Stephen Bardo, coming at you. Sitting up here giving y'all a little sneak preview of what everything's going to look like. Studio's a little bit different. Wanted to change it up a little bit, give a little bit different look. Hope you guys like it. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a while, y'all. I haven't been on here for a little bit. Glad you guys have showed up. I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if, speaking of the Big Ten Conference, I'm not sure if the Big Ten is going to be as deep as it was last year. There were 9 teams, a record 9 teams that made the NCAA tournament. The league will be deep again. I don't think it will be as deep as last year. Coach Dave Davis, you like that? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We'll have our sponsors up here on the monitor that we can roll back and forth, and I can switch up Rutgers and all that stuff and the shirts. So every Monday night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, it might be 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I got to figure it out. One of those times, though, Monday nights will be Bardo's Breakdown. Do that once a week throughout the basketball season, and then I'll have 2 updates, probably Thursday and Saturday or Wednesday and Friday, like short 5-minute live. So it won't be quite the 30 minutes that we're going to do Monday night. Carol Popo, kid, how you doing? Love seeing you again as well. Aaron Janowski, what's good? What's up, Abdul Malik? How you doing? Yeah, I just wanted to give the tribe a look at what it's going to look like. We'll have I've got a producer for the show now, so we'll have clips that we can respond to. I'm going to try to bring in some of the younger players, AJ Guyton, Joshua Langford, Jordan Taylor that played at Wisconsin. He's still playing overseas. We're trying to get because some of these guys are going to get a chance to do some BTN studio work, and I want to give them an opportunity to do some additional stuff as well. So should be fun. Really looking forward to it. Had media days. I think that was, golly, it's all running together now. I think that was last week sometime. Had a great time interviewing all the players and coaches. So we'll have a lot of clips from there leading up to the start of the college basketball season, which is November 9th. So November 8th will be the premiere of Bardo's Breakdown, the 30-minute show, the weekly 30-minute show. And then the games November 9th start on Tuesday. And my first game, I'll post my schedule inside of the group. But my first game is Jackson State at Illinois, November 9th. And then Western Michigan at Michigan State, Louisiana at Indiana. Those are my first 3 games. So I'll post all this and, we'll get it cracking. Jeff Jarvis. Oh, Jeff Jarvis is going to be doing radio for the Mighty Terrors with Bert Jackson. Congratulations, Jeff. That's great, man. Oh, to let you guys know, in the city, a week from tomorrow, I'll be calling the Bulls-Pistons game. So I'm filling in for Bill Winnington. He's got to go to St. John's for I believe it's for Lou Carnesecca. They're going to do a statue there, and he wanted to be present. So I'm going to pitch in for him. I'll be on with Chuck Swirsky, 670 The Score Radio, Saturday night. Bulls take on the Pistons. So that ought to be fun, getting an NBA game under my belt. Let's see. Awesome. Can't wait to get this now. Caleb Barkley, good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's going to be hard to believe. The Illini I think, could be better this year than they were last year. Now, I know that it sounds weird, but, buddy, if you are an Illini fan, the ride is going to continue. They're deeper. They have more shooting. This Plummer kid that transferred in from Utah, I believe, can shoot it from the parking lot. And that was one of the things that Illinois sometimes got bogged down offensively, but Plummer can stretch the floor. Curbello's jump shot is much more improved. You know what Trent Frazier and DeMonte Williams are going to bring to the table. Jacob Granderson, he was very, very steady. throughout the Big Ten slate and coming down the stretch. Hutchinson is still trying to find his way. Luke Goody, Brad Underwood is really high on. I mean, the problem with the Illini this year is going to be keeping everybody happy and trying to make sure that you keep a lot of the guys there. Coleman Hawkins, Coach Underwood told us Coleman Hawkins had the best all season. At 6'10", can do a little bit of everything. And Brad Underwood calls him an elite defender. So the Illini are going to have a lot of weapons, a lot of pieces. Omar Payne didn't even mention the long athletic fella in the paint. So it's going to be interesting to see. Aaron Janowski is announcing football at Providence East at their new stadium tonight. Congratulations, Aaron. You guys, man. Aaron, what's the name of your podcast? And put a link in there, man, because I want people to see that. It's really – he and his buddies, they have a great time. It's very entertaining. They've got segments in their podcast that are really fun. So I encourage you guys to go check out Aaron and support him because he's an active member of the tribe, and we love him here. And I want to support what he's doing because they had me on his podcast. I had a great time. Might be the best Illini team yet. Big Ten is looking weak this season. No, Big Ten, Caleb's not looking weak. No, by no stretch of the imagination. Illinois, Purdue, Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, all five of those will probably be top 25. Indiana is a surprise team. They're going to be much more improved. Mike Woodson's got them looking really good. And then Xavier Johnson, young man Stewart that transferred from Tennessee State. Tragically, his father, who was the coach at Tennessee State, passed away unexpectedly. Parker Stewart transferred to Indiana. So Northwestern is going to be much more improved. Nebraska is much more improved. Iowa won't be as good as they were last year, but they'll still be competitive. So the league, it's not like there's a tremendous drop-off from last year. It's still deep. It's still top-heavy, where I didn't mention Maryland. Maryland's going to have a very good team. Fats Russell, Quotas Wahad is coming in. The big transfer from Georgetown, who his nickname is Buckets because when he gets the ball in the paint, it's a bucket from what his teammates, Dante Scott and Eric Ayala, told me at Media Day. So it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. Let's see what else. Winning solves most problems, I hope. New age of kids, though. Jonathan Taylor. Winning solves most problems. What are you referring to, Jonathan? Thank you for joining. The Arena Chicago Sports Talk. Okay, Aaron Janowski's podcast, The Arena Chicago Sports Talk. You guys check that out. Very entertaining. They do a really good job. They have fun. They ask hard questions, but they keep it light and they keep it moving. So it's very entertaining. Thank you for that, Aaron. Curbelo is going to take over the Illini this season since Io was gone. Sort of like he did when Io fouled out of Indiana, plus he is a sophomore. And this is probably going to be his last year in Illinois. I thought Kofi would be gone early just because of his athleticism and his size, but the game shifted so quickly. I think there's a place like Luka Garza found with the Detroit Pistons. He signed a 2 or 3 year contract because he just busted his tail and worked so hard. He's in the league. I think Kofi Cockburn has a place in the NBA for him. I don't know where it is, but he's got a place. And the Illini coaching staff are going to let him expand his game a little bit to shoot that face-up jumper. I think that's really going to help him. Let's see. Steve Profit. I agree. This is one of the only Illini team that can play with the 89-05 teams. Can't wait for this year. Good to see you, Steve. Thanks for jumping on. Depth of the Illini and keeping everybody happy with playing time, Jonathan Taylor. You're right, Jonathan. It is a deep, deep team. The Illini's second unit. I don't know how it's going to shake out yet, but think about this. So let's look at this. Andre Curbelo, Trent Frazier. I think it's going to be DeMonte Williams, Granderson, and Kofi Cockburn. That's 5. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do that right? Curbelo, Trent Frazier, DeMonte Williams, Granderson, Kofi Coburn. Now, that's just off the top of my dome. If they go and match up with like a North Carolina or a team with a large front line, they can put Omar Payne and they can slide Granderson to the 3. So now you got Kofi, Omar Payne at 6'9", 6'10", Granderson at 6'7" on the wing, and then you could probably go Trent Frazier and Corbello. But the second unit could be a mix of Trent Frazier, Plummer, Hutchinson, Omar Payne, or Coleman Hawkins, right? Luke Goody's going to be in there. I haven't even mentioned Verdonk. Brad Underwood said Verdonk looks a lot better, like he's healthy now. So the Illini, man, they are stacked, loaded, and they're gonna hopefully they'll pick up their defense and come at you in a wave. So it's gonna be fascinating to see. Can you explain what Coach Nagy meant and the importance of assistant coaches? Mike Martinez. Mike, Coach Nagy was the coach that recruited me directly. I loved Coach Nagy. He was the toughest teddy bear of a coach you could have, meaning Coach Nagy used to like to drop F-bombs and he'd challenge you, get in your face, challenge you to go outside because he was trying to get the best out of you. So, but then he would ask me to go with him to go visit his mom in a senior's home and to watch Coach Nagy on the basketball court being this tough, demanding, hold you accountable coach. Then he walked in to see his mom and he's just this big, gentle teddy bear. So we miss him dearly. Our hearts are hurting. The Illini players, we're going to try to do it probably Tuesday. So we'll get a chance to have the likes of Anthony Welch, all the guys like Kendall, Nick, Irvin, Marcus, Lowell, hopefully, Tony Weisinger, hopefully get Doug Altenberger on, Tommy Michaels, TJ. So we're gonna try to do that on Tuesday to do a memorial for Coach Nagy. But he was great to me. He was great to my teammates. We all love him and miss him dearly. We miss all our coaches. To lose Lou Henson, Jimmy Collins, and Dick Nagy in an 18-month span has been extremely sad, and especially since we can't pay our respects. That might be the worst part. But the importance of assistant coaches cannot be denied. And if you ask John Calipari why Kentucky had a little dip there, is because Kenny Payne, longtime assistant, left to go to New York Knicks, and the Kentucky program suffered. That's why they went to get Orlando Antigua and Ryan Chin from Illinois, because they did such a great job of recruiting to get Illinois back into national prominence. Carol, I have not seen the Illini in person this year, but I had about 2 hours with Brad Underwood this past Tuesday night. He was up here for some donor activities and got about 2 hours with him. And, he loves his team. They've got a gel. But, boy, I don't know if you guys have looked at the Illini schedule. At Marquette, Cincinnati, they play the winner of Arkansas or Kansas State. Arkansas is picked first or second in the SEC. Cincinnati is always good. Marquette is much improved. Notre Dame is much improved. That's who the Illini have in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Then they've got Arizona at home and Missouri in the bragging rights game. The Illini also, in my opinion, out of the top 6 teams in the Big Ten, the Illini have the toughest road in the Big Ten conference games alone. So the Illini had to play Michigan twice, Purdue twice, Maryland twice, Michigan State twice, and Ohio State once. They're the only team in the top 6 that has to play the other top 5 teams that consistently, that many times, right? You look at Michigan. Michigan's got a tough start to the Big Ten Conference. They start at Rutgers, home against Michigan State, home against Purdue, at Illinois, home against Maryland, at Indiana. Those are all the top 6, 7 teams in the league. Rutgers right in there as well. So Michigan doesn't play they don't have 2 games against all the top teams like the Illini do, but they do come out of the gate pretty hard. Purdue as well. They have Michigan twice, Illinois twice, and Indiana twice, but they only have Ohio State once, Michigan State once. So the Illini have a very challenging schedule, and hopefully these guys can come together chemistry-wise and, take the hits, take the lumps. If they're going to, have some early losses, take those losses, but be battle-tested when they get ready to come into the Big Ten. What's going on, Kevin Hayward? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, I know, Carol. It's pretty sad. I get emotional every time I think about it. Do you see the Illini using a lot of 3-guard lineups this year? Tarun, the Illini are going to use a lot of stuff, man, because they're so deep, and they've got a plethora of players at each position. The one kind of position or size that the Big Ten has historically lacked is the 6'7" to 6'9" kind of wing guys that can go 3-4. The Illini have about 3 of those. Verdunk can go 4-5. Payne can go 4-5. Granderson can go 3-4. Hutchinson can go 3-4. Coleman Hawkins can go 2 through 5. So they've got a lot of different ways that they could look. And so, Tarun, it just depends on if they're going up against 3-guard lineups, they may want to start Curbelo, Frazier, and Plummer as opposed to DeMonte Williams and have him come off the bench. They're going to be able to adjust whatever they're doing to anybody in the country this year. There's not a team in the United States. I know Gonzaga is talented. They've got uber talent, right? Number 1 preseason for a reason. But Illinois can match up with them player for player on down the line. Illinois is as deep as anybody in the country. So to answer your question, Tarun, I think we'll see 3-guard lineups. I think we'll see 2-guard lineups. Sometimes they may play Omar Payne and Kofi Cockburn together. Maybe when they're playing against a Purdue, because the Purdue Boilermakers have 7'4" Zach Edey, much improved with international experience over the offseason, and Trevion Williams, first team All Big Ten. And they may play those guys together. So if that's the case, the Illini have enough versatility to go ahead and do what they need to do. Got my tickets for Hall of Fame Classic. Can't wait to see Illini in person. There you go. A. Pierre Ponce said, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. Yes, Carol, you're right. Look at this. Thought I heard the Illini have only 1 Saturday home game this year. And there's no Big Ten games on Saturdays at home for Illinois. Crazy, right? I think that game, Carol, the only Saturday game that the Illinois Fighting Illini have at home this year is against Arizona. And I'm fortunate enough to be calling that game December 11th. That's the only Saturday game. Very astute, Carol. Very, very good picking that up. Kevin White, good to see you, man. Oh, Tarun, anytime, bro. Hey, man, I'm going to ask you guys questions. You guys support me. I love you guys. Anything you want, I'll take a jab at and see, if I can answer it. Several swingmen, yes, reminds me of a certain Illini team for an era gone by. A. Pierre Ponce said, yeah, they're deep, man. But they got way more size than the 89-05 team had. They got a lot more size, and they've got a lot more versatility. Well, maybe we had tremendous versatility. Maybe not that much, but they got a lot of versatility. Caleb Barkley, good question. I don't think so, Caleb. When I looked at their schedule, I did not. Let me see real quick. Let me pull up in the Illinois schedule. I don't think they have a game in the United Center this year, which would be tragic, but I think that is the case because it's funny. They were having all these games. No, that doesn't have the schedule. Hold on. Let me look that up real quick before I let you guys go. It's funny that all those years when they were struggling, they had games at the United Center. and they couldn't get anybody in the building. Now that they turned the program around, they're looking really good. All right, so Jackson State, November 9th at home. Arkansas State, November 12th at Marquette for the Gavitt games, the Big East Big Ten Challenge. So they're at Marquette. They've got November 22nd. November 22nd, they have Cincinnati to open up the Hall of Fame Classic. Then they will play the winner or the loser, which they would either play Arkansas or Kansas State in the next game. Texas Rio Grande Valley, Notre Dame at home for the Big Ten ACC Challenge. Then they open up Big Ten play at home Friday versus Rutgers on December 3rd. December 6th, Monday at Iowa. The only Saturday game the Illini have, December 11th, home against Arizona. Yours truly will be calling that on Fox. December 18th, St. Francis at home. December 22nd in St. Louis, the Missouri bragging rights game. Florida A&M the 29th. And then they open Big Ten slate. And I'm looking, and Carol Poquet. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they play January 29th on Saturday at Northwestern. Let's see. They're at Indiana, Saturday, February 5th. At Michigan State, February 19th on a Saturday, Fox. Hopefully I can get that game. Yeah, that's it. So Carol was spot on. No home, one home Saturday game in the whole season. So tough scheduling there for the Illini. How does the future, next couple of years of Illini basketball look in your opinion? Is the arrow pointing up or down? The arrow is definitely pointing up, Pierre. Brett Underwood has done a fantastic job of recruiting, and the people that he did not get, like Dawson Garcia, the big fellow that was at Marquette, he was right. The Illinois is right there in the mix. There's so many players that the Illini are in on that are in the 22-23 class that I think the Illini are in great shape. Oh, my second favorite Hawkeye, Mike Henry, because my first is my man Michael Payne. Good to see you, Mike. How will my Hawkeyes look? Obviously, some big shoes to fill. It looks like some guys spent time in the weight room from pictures I've seen. You know what, Mike? Not a lot of people are expecting much from Iowa, but here's the thing. Keegan Murray, Joe Toussaint, Perkins, Ulis. There's another Agundele, I believe his name is. These guys are competitive, and Fran McCaffrey does a really good job with guys. As long as they compete, man, he'll find a way to get you, put you in your spaces to be successful. So I don't think they'll be upper echelon of the Big Ten, but I believe that Iowa could battle for a for an NCAA tournament spot. I believe they could if things fall together. Obviously, Jordan Bohannon is back. Connor McCaffrey, Patrick McCaffrey should be even a little bit stronger coming in the off season. So a lot of youth, but a lot of opportunity for Iowa. And obviously, with J-Bo coming back, they've got a guy that's been through it time and time again. So, I think they'll be competitive, but I don't think they'll be in the top 6. I believe they'll be between 7 and 10, I believe. And that range of the Big Ten this year may be as competitive as the top, meaning Rutgers, 7-10, Rutgers, Indiana, Iowa, Northwestern, because Northwestern's going to be pretty good. They should be pretty good. Though that's going to be very, very competitive, but Iowa's going to be in that group. All right, guys, I think that about do it. I just want to show you guys the new stuff. I can flip out the shirts. I got all my shirts. I got all the banners. I got this stuff. I got a little Indiana banner back here. But I think if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I'm gonna put some stuff up here, just so you guys will get a sense of we got something new here, elevating the show. We got show sponsors, bringing guests in. Like I said, I'll be able to slide in video. We'll be able to get press conference video, be able to play it. I'll be able to react to it as well as you guys. So to Caleb Barkley, A. Pierre Poncet, Mike Henry, Tarun Reddy, Kevin White, Carolyn Paul Paquette, Kevin Haywood, Jeff Jarvis, Mike Martinez, Jonathan Taylor, Steve Profit, Aaron Janowski. I think that's it. I can't see your name, Facebook user. M. Abdul Malik McLean, Coach Dave Davis. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Monday at 5 or 6 p.m. I'm gonna send it out. I'll send the announcement out. But Monday evening we'll get it started. You guys have a great weekend. Love you all. Peace.